Oh, what's Danbury done? Has he lost his front wing? Hey guys, and welcome for round 10 of season 3 in HIFL, and we find ourselves in Hungary as right now drivers are finishing their formation lap, lining on the grid, and the weather for today's race will be sunny intervals and light cloud, wind 4 miles per hour, humidity 55%, and rain chance 0%. So, folks, we've got a dry race on our hands, and it's going to be a 34-lap race, including form, as we're about to go racing, and we're going to do the light system.
Aggie, are you commentating?
Yeah, this is for YouTube.
Oh, can I commentate?
Sure. Just watch the race. So, are they all ready? Yeah, Fenris, tell Dambo when to go. Flip Mitch. Mitch's Alpine's fine on my screen. So they all are ready, I think. Oh, wait, late. Say if ready. Good. Okay, Fenris, I'm gonna now start it. Server settings, start lights. Dambo, when should I tell Dambo to go? Go, Dambo. Oh. Okay, as we're going racing in Hungary, as everyone was looking at the lights and was already underway, and Mitch with a phenomenal start in the Alpine, with then Mihir in the Peugeot and all these Hasses. Right now, they're all just in one group, as we've got some back markers going off track. As for the time being, it's hard to visually see who's where, but on the leaderboard, ASM's in front. Then Dragon in P2, Mihir, P3, Mitch, P4, Stealthy, P5, Outguard, P6, then Aston Martin, P7, Eternus, P8, Jerry, P9, Leo in the Aston Martin, P10, as they're all shuffling around, as right now, it's all kicking off, as Casual's not in the VC, in the server, Flipper.
No,
anyway. So he can't really commentate.
I'm just gonna say random stuff, you know.
As right now, Dragon in the Haas leading with ASM just behind him, and right now it is basically battling everywhere. So yeah, I don't know where to really focus, but for the lead, they're all separated from P1 to P7 a second. So it's all close racing right now as people are going wide and they can't afford errors. But it's Dragon still taking the lead of the race. ASM following. But it's got company as Stealthy, Mihir, Mitch, as there's 5 cars in one sort of group. As there's just battles wherever you look. We've got Aston Martin and a Mercedes of Jerry and Mix and P7 and 8 going at it. Then in the back we've got Pumpkin in the Red Bull with then Bath and drivers who are now sort of slowly getting gapped. But looking at the more top of the grid, people are within, P8 to P1s separated by 2 seconds. P1 to P10 separated by 4 seconds, as it's all close racing right now. But the man to be looking at is Pikachu in P11. McLaren he's out of the points. Usually he's fighting up there with Stealthy, Mihir, Mitch, ASM, Outguard, and Dragon. But today it's just not been his day so far. But we can only judge because it's only lap 3.
It's not copying. Why is it not copying the code?
Just do IFR 668740. As our other commentator is having slightly more issues. As right now it's the leaderboard's going wild. Everyone's separated by 3 tenths. Wherever you look, it's just all kicking off. But this is usual for HIFLs, we're used to seeing close racing, but we never take it for granted. As, by the way, Homie Guinea Pig in P18 has reset, so he's had an incident. So that's his race over as we're down to 17 people. But right now, Dambo, broken game, he's saying, as that's probably his race over in the Alpha. So now it's Pumpkin in the rear of the leaderboard in P16, fighting with Ricky. P15 and P16, this is outside the points, as these guys are in last. These guys, we've seen them do quite well before, so they aren't having a good race. But if they want to get points, they have to find like 7 seconds.
Ah, finally, I'm here.
Yep, as Casual is here to commentate as well. But now we're going to slightly look back up to the point paying positions as Outguard now finds himself in P2 with the Mitch 3 seconds behind Dragon in P3 with then Stealthy, ASM, Jerry, Mix, Mahir, Eternus all just following on. These guys are all so close.
Oh, yeah, look, I'm out here. Oh, I have to go talk to someone.
Yes, as Dragon though showing he is strong at this track. Looking at tyres, it looks like everyone's on medium, so that was the compound to go for. But we've got Barley actually P12 on hard, so this is why maybe his pace for the time being is not that good, as we've got Pikachu on the hards as well, struggling. His rear keeps sliding. So we've got some drivers like Barley, Pikachu, Pumpkin, drivers who we don't usually see out the points, as it's, Mitch apparently going off. So Mitch struggling as he's been gapped 2 seconds by Dragon and Outlaw, as Dragon's having a phenomenal race. Hopefully I won't jinx anything because I don't want to. As right now,
Copy.
all the drivers are still close. The Mercedes are within a tenth of each other. So, oh no. As Dambo's laps or lap 7, as that's a brilliant stat to have. As drivers are slowly getting gapped. P12, P13, by the way, Barley and Leo having a battle, as it looks like Barley gets in front, as now he's going to be charging for the driver in Audi, who finds himself in P11, just outside the points by 2 seconds. And now we've got Pikachu in the points, the Mix fighting Eternus, who looks to be in P8, overtaken by an Audi driver. So here's actually in P7. Turnus P8. Oh,
that's a bit unfortunate.
Maybe my eyes are deceiving myself. As right now, Leo. No, never mind. Nothing's happened to him. Oh, Dragon! Oh, no, that was just porpoising. It looked as if he's lost his front wing, but it's just porpoising. I don't know. It just looked like he was bouncing rather aggressively. Hopefully that's not going to ruin his floor damage, as if there's floor damage. But right now, Dragon leading by a second. Yeah, out of context, we love to hear it. As then Mitch, Stealthy, Jerry and Stealthy quite close on track. So this is good to see. We've got a battle there. Then Eternus Mahir separated by 2 seconds. Then Mix and Pikachu in P9 and P10 going at it. The Audi driver and the Aston Martin driver now catching up to the Ferrari, who
died.
No, it's the Alfa Romeo of Mahir, as these guys are now all quite close on track, but P8 to P10 this is. So this is a good battle to see, as I feel like I'm doing something wrong now. Mahir, yeah, he's in Audi. I mean, my eyes deceiving me. Massive Agiel, but it's common. We're used to seeing it. But these guys are still scrapping in the lesser point positions, but anything can happen. But right now, with Turnus in the McLaren having a good race relatively, because he's on the hards. Everyone else in front of him, apart from Jerry, is on mediums. So Jerry's leading the race for the hard compound tyres. Then it's a Turnus in net P2. So these guys will be pitting slightly later. Pikachu, though, trying to get back up to Mix and Mihir, who are still battling. Just going to say, still battling. Aston Martin driver and Audi driver glued together. And nothing separating them at the moment, as it's Mihir and Mix jockeying for position. As, a Turnus gapping them. Turnus now just battling with ASM for P6 and P7. The McLaren driver looks to be in front, but now ASM trying to deploy ERS. I think he slowed down for DRS, but I'm not sure if he got it. But they're now going into the corners with tons of bumps. As Dragon, by the way, in P1 leading by 2.6 seconds. As after this battle with Mihir, ASM's dropped off Eternus, so we aren't going to go back there. So we're going to focus on Mitch and Outguard. P2, P3, these guys are fighting for the championship. As, Mitch trying to not make the gap as big as it currently is. As it looks like Outguard still defending well against Mitch, the two-time champion, against a potential one-time champion. I don't want to jinx it, and I might have just jinxed it, but that's life. Massive Aggie W. As Outguard with ASM here coming into the pit. The medium guys coming in already. This and so both Audis are in.
Yes.
ASM got a brilliant pit stop. Mihir slightly worse pit stop, but they're onto the hards as they're going to then go onto the mediums. So they're going to have to really stretch these hards to then go onto the mediums. But then it could help their pace because the mediums are going to fill brilliantly. Dragon still in control of the race with then Outguard and Mitch still battling. The 10th separated them in the last sector zone, but they're still going at it. These guys are, used to being at this position of the race leaderboard, as now Mitch has P2. Outguard 3 tenths behind in the Red Bull. Is he now going to try and conserve his tyres, or will he try and re-overtake Mitch? But it's Dragon who is going to be, as I'm struggling to form sentences, which is pretty embarrassing. As we've got Leo in the Aston Martin pitting P11 is now going to be boxing for a set of hards, as he's going aggressive with the hard stint as well. So Dragon leading by 3.3 seconds, but then Mitch and Outguard about to go at it again. And we've also got Stealthy. No, these guys are now Stealthy slightly gapped Jerry, so no battle there. And then Eternus P6, Mix P7, but Pikachu and Mix close on track, but not a battle yet. As now Mitch and Dragon in, Outguard staying out. Outguard's refusing to get influenced by the other guys who are pitting quite early. So Outguard probably going to box this up to minimise the undercut. But these guys will definitely get some sort of advantage, but could all play out in Outguard's hands in the later stages of the race. So Outguard leads in the race, and now Mitch, Dragon gonna probably work together with the DRS, and now a Turnus on the hard P3. So all these hard runners are staying out, so they're gonna have to all choose a lap to pit or get influenced by one another. So Outguard sending it, and there's not really much battles. Mix Pikachu separated by 6 tenths, no battle there though. As Dragon Mitch separated by 6 tenths as well. Not really any battles through the end of the grid either. So yeah, I'm not really sure where to look. But Outguard in the pits. Outguard's going to be boxing for the hard compound of tyres. Eternus also pitting. So that's a bit early for the hards. But now Mick's also pitting from medium. So it's all kicking off with the boxing. Jerry on the hards staying out. I do remember before the race, Jerry said he was going to go on these tyres for 30 laps. So let's see if he does that. Probably won't. He was probably joking. But, you never know. That's life. So Dragon, it looks like Dragon and Mitch are battling. Outguard has been undercut. So Dragon and Mitch ultimately fighting for the lead of the race. But obviously that's just theoretically because Jerry, Pikachu, and Barley, who are on the hards, are still out there. So Dragon net P1
Where's
with
Mahir, man?
Pardon?
Where's Mahir?
He is in P9, but that's technically P5.
That's fine
And
then.
he has ASM for company. So the Audi team are
Getting carried.
by Mahir.
Mahir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're used to seeing it. But Barley in the pits from the hards. He's going to be boxing for mediums as he's the only driver currently boxing. As yes, Jerry staying out. As Jerry crashes, looks deliberately from his reaction. Yeah, that's his race over. He doesn't care. We love to see that sportsmanship. And he's left the race. Awesome. So that's Jerry L. Anyway, as if another 2 people crash in 5 laps, we'll get us. Who else has crashed? Fenris. Danbo. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we're just going to carry on looking at the race as Dragon leading by 4 attempts, Pikachu a second behind on hards. No, Fenris. As, yep, I am managing the race completely, so I'm reacting to stuff that's popping on my screen, so sorry. Yep, so right now, Eternus and ASM in P8 and P9 battling. The Mercedes driver and the McLaren driver have been close for a couple of laps now. They are now could work together to then gain on Mahir. As Pumpkin, by the way, still on the hards. This is not his net position. Outguard actually finds himself in P5 down. These hard compound of tyres are not working. He finds himself a second behind Stealthy, who's in the house, really getting a good amount of points for the team, who won P2 in the standings, as this is actually a crucial race, as Audi aren't really scoring that many points to make sure that P3 in the constructors is secured. So Haas really gaining some points, as also Red Bull, they're getting a decent amount of points, as who was in second? Alpine, as it's only Mitch who will score points. So Alpine also losing points, as this is a W for Haas for the time being. But I'm not trying to curse anything, as these drivers deserve to get a good result. Dragon, Mitch, 3 attempts separated. Pikachu, Stealthy, Stealthy's overtaken because he's on faster tyres. Outguard, then behind, who's going to be, sizing a move on Pikachu anytime now. As then Pumpkin and Eternus battling. As, these guys have been on the scene for a while. Eternus having a break, however, back to Lee Grayson. As these guys, long-time friends, as Eternus has the move secured. And now ASM looks to be gaining on Pumpkin, as Pumpkin does look rather vulnerable. As I'm not trying to curse anybody, I promise. As there's a lot of gaps right now. Yeah, there's gaps. Pikachu reversing into the pit. We love to see it. Only in HIFL. HFLW. Pikachu. Oh, he spun. That is talent right there. As Pumpkin is now battling with ASM. W. Yep. As Pumpkin's really trying to hold ASM, but ASM with the ERS advantage, it looked like, is in front. So Pumpkin falling down the order as he could be pissing anytime soon as his tires look to be dropped off. But if we're trying to look at any battles for the time being, Bath, by the way, in the pit, in his actual Alfa Romeo driver. This race, I allowed him to drive for Haas, but obviously. So, yeah, Haas, for the time being, P1, P3, a double podium. Mitch separating them. Mitch in a Haas sandwich. We love to see it. Then, Outguard getting gaps on these hards. His pace on the mediums are much more superior, and he's really dropping off. Turners is 6 seconds down the road. So Turners, if you can make these mediums work, you know, Turners has had a splendid race. Very good word there. Splendid race. Ferrari binned it as there's no Ferrari. I'm getting lied. Anyway. Yeah. As there's a lot of gaps. The race is left, so it's only Aggie Solo. Dragon potentially messed up, so now Mitch in DRS zone. Stealth 4 seconds behind, Outguard 7 seconds behind. But Dragon, this race had to go to the end on medium, so maybe potential Pumpkin genius. You'd love to see it. Hashtag only in HIFL. Only in HIFL. Only in HIFL. As our person who records the race disconnected. But that's only in HIFL. So yes, as HIFL is a massive W. People are saying in chat, as I could not agree more. As Mitch has a lapped Aston Martin in his face, blocking his way, but the Aston Martin pits anyway. So now, Barley, P9, Mix, P8, here, P7, ASM, P6, Eternus in P5 in the McLaren, having a really good race. He's made his strategy work. His first stint on the hard has paid off. He's slightly getting gapped by Outguard, but Outguard's also been dropped by Stealthy, Mitch, and his teammate Dragon, who is leading the race. As Mitch and Dragon are very close on track for the time being, as this looks closer than 8 tenths. As Aggie's right, it's only 5 tenths. So, will Dragon be able to defend? That was not 3 laps. Alright, we're going to do a safety car because apparently 3 people have crashed. So, this is going to be ideal for each driver because they can pit and go onto mediums. So this is why, well, we're going to do a safety car anyway, but, you know, it's going to be fine to do it now. It's not too late. The window's still open. So, drivers are all going to be boxing. It's going to put them on all even terms. They're going to be then regenning to a full ERS tank. So it's going to be every man for themselves. Whatever happens in this race happens. They're all going to be basically next to each other. And we're also then going to be exposed to brilliant, only in HFL content. Only in HFL content. As everyone's boxing, Eternus, ASM are here, Mix, Barley, and Pikachu, and Bart. As Dambo in the car. As he's been told off. Oh crap! Oh language. It's because I didn't know Fenris was gonna join me in today's race. So I did say there won't be a safety car. So maybe that's an Aggie problem. My bad. I can take the blame for that. It's fine. As that's Leo, Flipper. It's Coral, that's Leo. So, oh, he's disconnected or crashed. So it's a 13-man or woman or it or that or whatever you consider yourself, person race or person. I don't know if you don't think you're a person or not. So just people who have souls. We have 13 souls in the race. So, Mitch, P1, Dragon, P2, Stealthy, P3, Outguard, P4, Eternus, P5, ASM, P6, Mix, P7, Barley, P8, Mahir, P9, Pikachu, P10, Pumpkin, P11. That's actually good for Pumpkin as Pumpkin now pits again as he wants the freshest tyres. Then Audi driver Farid in P12, and then we've got Bath in P13 on the heart. So right now, safety car in this lap. So one more lap and then we're going to go racing. And I'm going to be strict and say all point deduction. And right, oh, what the hell? Yeah, literally pace. Mitch is trusted to lead a race anyway, so it's fine. So now, yeah, average Fenris L. As they're going awfully slow. Oh my god, it's already 35 past. I thought we would have ended now. Maybe they were right. As racing, as it looks to be green now. Yeah, as it's now racing in Hungary. So it's going to be to the end with races longer than I thought. So maybe drivers were right. But for the time being, oh, people are saying tire wear has actually increased. So it's difficult to maintain. But that's Hungary for you. The short track where it has all these turns, as there's a cart though on the curb, is there not? Dambo Reese. So that Mitch now leads him by a second, as Dragon's gonna feel robbed because he's been leading most of the race. As Dragon's now charging, he reduces the gap by 4 tenths. Stealthy's teammate defending Outguard. Outguard looks like good pace. Eternus P6, here P5. The Audi driver from P9 has now promoted himself to P5. ASM in the Mercedes just behind Barley and AlphaTauri. The Mix also P7. And now drivers who are not in the points. We've got Pikachu, Pumpkin, Bath. All fast drivers, as they're just going to have to really rely on DRS zones. But Mitch made a mistake in P1. Dragon right beside him, and now he's through. Dragon already back in the lead, showing Mitch that, this is his race to win. Only in HIFL. Hashtag not trying to curse it. Hashtag only in HIFL. As no, who was that? Dragon. Oh. As what has happened to him? Did he flip? Why is he not moving? Oh, his mouse battery ran out. See, I did not curse anything. Yeah, cool. Now, Stealthy now is going to win for his teammate, who did drive an awesome race. And Mitch defending against his fellow countryman, Stealthy. Outguard getting gapped. Mahir then second behind Outguard. Then Mix P5, Attendance P6, 7, ASM P9, 8, Barley P9 for the Chew, Fareed P10, Pumpkin P11, and then Bath P12. Pumpkin's really struggling to get a point in this race, as you know, clearly he doesn't like the track. But on my screen, oh no, Mitch is still in front. Stealthy charging at Mitch's Alpine, as these guys will have gapped Outguard by 2 seconds. So it's all for themselves right now, as Stealthy can do it. Mitch can do it. Mitch hasn't won a race since Australia, as there was a body on track. I'm not sure who that was. Mitch fumbling. Mitch makes a mistake. I need to, curse Mitch even more, as now Stealthy side by side with Mitch for the lead of the race, as it looks like Stealthy on my screen's in front. Mitch coming back at him. Stealthy looked as if he cut. He didn't. Got a green sector, as Mitch in P2. Stealthy leading the race. His teammate led most of the race, and now I don't want to curse Outguard. Outguard and Mixo separated by 3/10. So Mix applying pressure to Outguard for the penultimate spot on the podium. The Aston Martin driver really driving the maximum out the car, as they're now going to be heading on to lap 29. Outguard 8 tenths in front. ASM pitting. ASM, he didn't lose a front wing. He's just going to go to softs and take a chance, I'm guessing. As Stealthy still in the lead, Mitch struggling to keep up, as we're used to seeing. Oh, Mahir overtakes Outguard, and now Outguard finds himself off the podium and getting gapped already by the Audi driver. As right now, that's just phenomenal. Mahir, who's in like P9 in the race from the safety car, now finds himself scoring a lot of points for Audi, as Audi have 2 drivers in top 10, as Haas only have 1, but the man has 25 points and the fastest lap point to his name, as he has Mitch right behind him, 4 tenths behind. So people say don't focus on the driver in front, so I'm not. So we're going to look at P6 to P7, Mix and Barley, Aston Martin driver and the Audi driver going side by side. Barley setting purple in the last sector, as Mix really applying pressure, as there's a laggy Red Bull, and I've seen that twice. I'm not sure, but it looks to be Mix who overtake. What? I meant Audi. I can speak totally. As Outguard has been overtaken by a Turnus, and now about to be overtaken by Barley. Outguard really dropping in pace, as he must have lost something, because now he's getting overtaken by Pikachu. What? Outguard in P7. Yeah, his tyres seem to have gone off. He's drifting. His tyre wear. His rears are dead. Oh, yeah, every other driver has 10% more. So Outguard struggling with his tyres. as this looks to be race over for Outguard as he's completely fumbling down the grid as Stealthy in the lead. Mitch 5 tenths behind, then Mahir 6 seconds behind. Then, a turn is also dropping. His rears aren't good either as Outguard. And then Pumpkin, P9 and 10. The guys who are leading the constructors as Outguard is literally nearly spinning. His tyres are completely dead. He's boxing. This means Red Bull are in a, well, they have a 100-point advantage. But it's now Farid and Outguard coming to the pit as Red Bull are losing tons of points as his rear's 78%, really low, as I'm struggling to speak. Lap 32 out 34, you can't blame me. As he's now in P12, last position, as now these new tyres. ASM has the fastest lap, by the way. In the Mercedes, my brain's also starting to tick off. Mitch, though, really wants in the lead, making Stealthy sweat, because who has the better tyre? You may ask. 93, 93. Oh, Mitch has the better tyres. Oh, hang on. But Mitch has more fuel though, as I'm now really looking at like each individual. Oh, you're in a fake country. I should not say that. Anyway, so Mitch has more fuel, better tyres. Stealthy really struggling to keep up, but Stealthy's tyres on the rears have died. He's starting to drift. This is what happened to Outguard. Tyre wears increased significantly. Let's check each other drivers. 80s, 90s, 80s, 70s, 70s. Eternus in trouble. Everyone else seems to be fine. So it's Eternus and Stealthy in trouble. As this is not what you want to see. These guys have driven an exceptional race. Same with Outguard, but it looks like Outguard, could get P10, but it's the last lap now. So he's his work cut out. Stealthy, will he be able to stay in front of Mahir? Mahir's going to be charging. I don't think Stealthy would lose that much time, but Mitch is going to win. As right now, everyone's struggling with tyre wear. As I went to sign up for a second, but Mitch's tyres also are dying. Stealthy's a proper dead. Mahir's is the best on the rear. Oh no, Barley's very good. As Eternus P6, it's lost a place, but it's gonna be Alpine on the top step of the podium in Hungary. The man from the Netherlands, the two-time HIFL champion, the Flying Dutchman Mitch takes the line to win in Hungary round 10. As he did crash before the line, but he wins. So Stealthy P2, P3 Mahir, Barley P4, Pikachu P5, Eternus P6, Pumpkin P7, Mix P8. ASM's gonna take a rather disappointing P9, but then Farid looks out. Yeah, ASM takes P. Oh God, got P10. ASM got P9. Farid loses points on the last lap, and then Duncan Bath in P12. Pettenrest, can you tell me the results? As that was an exceptional race in HIFL, and that's what we're used to seeing. Farid about to take points, but he loses it, and Mitch you know, got lucky. He should have won, maybe. Could have been both of the Hasses. However, Tyler played a factor here, P3. Phenomenal drive from the Audi driver. As then Barley, Pikachu, Eternus, Pumpkin got a decent amount of points. Then everyone else did well, but only one
All
point.
that. Race win. P1.
I'm not gonna lie, Hass deserved that.
Nah, shut the fuck up. That was mine, all the way.
Deserved that. Dragon literally caught
I knew I was going to win at this track. I had already predicted it like 3 weeks before. I knew I was going to win here.
You know you were getting gapped by Dragon and Stealthy.
Dragon had lower fuel. We already had concluded that Dragon had lower fuel than us.
Well, you only won because Stealthy had issues with Riz. You know that.
Yeah, I was tire saving all the way through, so I could overtake him on the last lap while he had rear issues. That was my entire plan throughout that last few parts. I was just being smarter than him. So yeah, that's a race win, and I gained how many points on our card? 25? Not bad.
24.
25.
No, because he got one. 1 point.